students. Hope you all are fine. You are understanding the topics and the concepts which we are discussing it. In the previous class, we have discussed about the conservation of forest and wildlife, and for that reason, we have seen different things we have. The government has been done. There are biospheres, national parks, sanctuaries, wildlife sanctuaries are there. Then we have seen about the biosphere reserve, wherein they will be having about the biodiversity, plants, animals, microorganisms, and tribal peoples are living there. Then we have discussed about the Panchmari's sanctuaries biosphere reserve, wherein we will be having the Satpura. Two wildlife sanctuaries are there, that is Bori and Panchmari, and two national consist of one national park is there in that one. Then we have discussed about the flora and fauna. Flora are the plants belonging to that particular region, and area we call it as flora. Plants may be big or small, all these we considered. If of that particular area we call it as flora. And then fauna are the animals found in that particular area, may be big or small, big to small. All those things we have discussed in our previous class, and in today's class we are going to see about the endemic species. What are endemic species, how they are being used. So here, like the group quietly enters into the deep forest, and then this is a group of Paili, Buju and Professor Ahmed. When they entered into this one, the children will be very surprised to see the big squirrels having fluffy tails. Then they were curious to know more about it, and Madhoji has explained them about this. These are called as giant squirrels, and he has informed that these are endemic to this area. Means endemic species are those species of plants and animals found only in a particular area and not found anywhere else. Means in that particular forest or in that particular area only we will be finding these plants or animals. Like example is given here about sal and wild mangoes are the endemic flora of Panchmari forest. In Panchmari forest only we will be finding this plants. And Indian giant squirrel and flying squirrel are the endemic fauna of this area. Means we will be able to see this giant squirrel and the flying squirrel are the endemic species of that particular area. So endemic species means the species of plants and animals found in a particular area. Only in that area if these plants and animals are found, that we call it as endemic flora or fauna or endemic species. Species means what? Then the question arises is, what is mean by species for us? Species is a group of population which are capable of interbreeding. Means they will be going for their interbreeding. Interbreeding means the members of the species can reproduce fertile offspring only with the members of their own species and not with the members of other species. Means they will be going for interbreeding only with the same. They can't able to go with the other animals for the interbreeding. This because they have some common characteristic. These members of the species are going to have some common characteristics, and because of this only their population is going to increase. Otherwise it is not going to be possible for their population to increase. Clear? Understood about the endemic species? Endemic is belongs to that particular area, and species are the one which will be having the same group. They can't able to go for interchanging of the group. Then we will be coming to next is about the wildlife sanctuary. Wildlife sanctuaries are the areas where animals are protected from any disturbance of their habitat. Means here in wildlife sanctuaries their own habitat we will be providing for them. Means Here we will be giving them the protection. We will be in wildlife sanctuaries. What we will be providing for them? We will be providing them protection and suitable living conditions of the wildlife. Means whatever condition they require, whatever temperature they require, that particular habitat, natural habitat, we will be providing it them, so that they should feel that they are living in that particular areas which they require. And the killing and capturing of the animals in wildlife sanctuary is strictly prohibited. Means here in wildlife sanctuary, when these animals are there, their hunting will not be allowed. They will not be allowing for capturing or killing of these animals. That is prohibited. Prohibited means restricted. They will not be allowing to them to do these things. So here there is a threat for the wild animals, like black buck is there, white-eyed buck is there, elephant, golden cat, pink-headed ducks. All these are the animals which are having threatened by this animal, by the human beings. So these animals are being protected and preserved in these wildlife sanctuaries. And Indian sanctuaries have unique landscape, broad level forest, mountain forest and bushy land in delta or big rivers. So this is how we will be providing them, with the help of giving them their own nature and life. Next is about the national park. National park are the reserved for wildlife, where they can freely use the habitat and natural resources. In national parks also we will be providing them. Here also we will be preserving our whole ecosystem, that is flora, fauna, landscape, historic object of that area. So all these will be there in the national park. And in national park we will be providing these animals with their free to move, means they will be very free to move in the uh, uh, restricted place, as well as they can use all the natural resources in this one. Clear? So we are having rock shelter and also found inside the Satpura National Park. In Satpura National Park, we can see the rock shelters are there. There are evidence of prehistoric human life in this jungle, and even we can see the primitive life of man. You have studied in class third about the primitive man, how earlier man used to live. So the tribals also will be there. Then rock paintings we can able to find in these shelters, and there are 25 rock shelters have been identified in Panchmari biosphere. In Panchmari biosphere we can see about the 55 rock shelters are there, means like a cave formation, where in the olden day, in the earlier at the time of stone age, how the people used to live in the caves. So those rock shelters we can able to see in this Panchmari biosphere, where we are having the Satpura National Park of is the first forest reserved in India for us. Here we can able to see many tribal people are also still living there, and we can able to see all their instruments, hunting, dancing, playing instrument, everything. Most of the times you might have seen in the movies also, suddenly in the jungle the tribal peoples will be there, and there the people, the hero or the heroine will be getting stuck. In the same manner here in these biospheres also we will be having these tribal peoples will be living. We are protecting them also. The next topic is about the Project Tiger. Project Tiger is launched in 1st April 1973 by the government of India. Name itself Project Tiger means here, as these tigers were on their in extinction. So for that reason we have started preserving them. So this work has been started, is launched by the government to protect tigers in India in the year 1973 itself it has started. And in this Project Tiger, aim was to increase the population of our Bengal tiger and to give them their natural habitat, and also protect them from extinction, and preserving areas of biological importance as natural heritage forever represent as close as possible to the diversity of the ecosystem across the tigers distribution in our country. Then the project task force visualized this tiger reserve as breeding nuclei from which the surplus animals would migrate to the adjacent forest. So this was about the project tiger, wherein we will be protecting these Bengal tigers from their extinct places. Then we are having the endangered animal. Endangered animals are those animals whose members are diminishing and might face extinct. Means they are not totally extinct, but their number is reducing it. So such reducing number of animals we call it as endangered. Means they are about to finish. They are not finished, but they are about to finish. So example in that one was tiger was one of the mainly and many animals which are slowly diminishing. Means for that reason we have launched a program called as Project Tiger, because tigers were on the verge of extinction, that is called as endangered animals. To protect the tiger in our country, government has launched the Project Tiger to ensure the survival of tiger population for us. Dinosaurs have already become extinct because they were more earlier for us, so they were about to extinct for us. Here there are animals like which are about to extinct. Lions are there, elephants are there, wild buffaloes are there, Parasinga is there. These all have been, they were about to extinct, so we have started preserving them in this Satpura National Park. And we dinosaurs which has become extinct and now no long they will be able to come back for us. Survival of some animals have become difficult because the disturbance of their natural habitat. The moment their natural habitat is finished, these animals are all going to be finished. Because of this dinosaurs has been totally extinct for us. Clear? So this is all about the for the today's class, that is endangered animals. We have seen national parks, wildlife sanctuaries we have seen, and we have seen about the endemic species. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. We'll see in the next class how we are going to